Hey everybody, I hope you're all keeping well. It's coming towards the end of summer, and it's been quite a beautiful summer where I've been anyway. It has not been hot, not been sunny. It's just been nice. It's been a very productive and the kind of what they call the halcyon days. This kind of summer of quietness and the summer of reflection and beauty. And the reason why I mention halcyon days is it's actually spoken about in my new book, The Druid Code, which has just been released. And this video is a plug for this book. Now, I'm very, very proud of this book. This is my 5th book, I think, that's still in publication. But it's the best I think I've done so far. So it's the only one I've actually written where I can actually say I'm very happy with the job as it's completed. Because while the other books were basically, research, investigative journalism, that kind of thing, this book is really a philosophical treatise of a passion, something in my heart, something that means so much to me. Folklore, which you've often heard me mention on shows and things like that, and megaliths and all these kinds of things, and what it means to us as people, and how it creates what we are today, and how it allows us to solve problems in our own lives. I often found when I was having a bad time, the megaliths and the mythology were always there for me, and then eventually it dawned on me that the reason why was that's because that's how they were designed, both by the initial proto-shamanic cultures that created them in the Mesolithic and the Neolithic era, and then later on they were reused by the Druids, and that continued on for many hundreds of years. The Druids existed far longer than the destruction of the British Druids in AD 60 by Suetonius Paulinus in Anglesey in Wales. And this is what the book is about. The Druid Code is basically a philosophical journey through what makes me happy in history and mythology and the things I've learned. And there's 30 years of work gone into this book. I poured my heart and soul in. Not only is it full of information, it's also full of photographs and illustrations, drawings that I've done, numerous sketches of Neolithic sites I've been to, rock artwork and so on. It's all in here, and it's got a very comprehensive index in the back. It's a book that you'll keep and you will constantly refer to. Not only does it deal with the concept of like megaliths, druids and mythology and the Irish and the British, Scottish, Celtiberian, Breton concept, but also it's a book about magic. Now, people have asked me about magic. Well, you have to understand where magic came from. Magic came from the Druids, but also a lot of things in this book will actually blow your minds, especially when I reveal, and I think I'm the first one to do this, the connection between the Tuatha De Danann, the original, so we say, semi-mystical race that came to Ireland from where I believe was the origin of Plato's Atlantis, but also how the mythology rooted in them made its way into everything from tarot to Christianity, and perhaps even into things like Islam or early Judaism. Now, I'm just saying there's connections there, and if you read the book, you will see it. But absolutely, things like the Grail mysteries of Geoffrey of Monmouth, that's definitely rooted in the Irish stories. And you'll be told what comparison Merlin is. Things like the electromagnetic anomalies, which I verified at various megalithic sites. And the most important chapter of this and all this for me is how the Irish Round Towers are not Christian. The Irish Round Towers were built by the Druids and should really be called Druids Towers. And I do hope you pick up a copy of the book. I think I've done a good job here. I've had it professionally designed. I paid an editor, paid a proofreader, so I've done the best job I can to put a book out there that if I was to die tomorrow, I would want this to be my epitaph. So thank you for listening. Have a beautiful end of summer. Enjoy life. Don't let things like politics get you down. Don't worry if you're living in America. Don't get too upset about that election there. It's all bullshit. If you live in England, don't get caught up in the whole Corbyn thing. Get out there and enjoy nature. Autumn is coming. The leaves will be turning brown, and the most beautiful time of year. And hopefully those of you who've read this book can go out there into the world and discover that life is worth living and magic is there to be embraced. So thank you very much to Druid Code. Shameless plug, but I have to make a living, and I'll make it worth your while. Thank you very much, and take care of yourself.